What's up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to review the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 10. So if you haven't seen the 10th episode of Season 15 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, turn this video off right now. Go watch the episode. Come back and watch this video. I don't like how my hair is. Hold on. All right, there we go. My forehead. I got a big forehead. I had to cover that up a little bit. Yeah, anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. These are my thoughts and expressions and how I feel, and ain't nobody forcing me or paying me or doing anything to make me say what I'm saying. This is how I feel. I'm also not a public speaker, so I will tend to stutter. You're gonna hear so probably 1,000 times. Definitely gonna be pausing, gain my train of thoughts if I have to. Definitely gonna be looking at my notes that I take throughout the show right here on the side. And please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's an easy and free way to support my channel. It literally takes less than 4 seconds. So you obviously have 4 seconds to spare if you're watching this video. So you can definitely hit that like button and that subscribe button. And also it'll keep you in tune with what I be talking about, or about the shows I be reviewing and all that good stuff. Did I forget to say anything? Oh yeah, you know I got my handy dandy water bottle right here. Ooh. My mouth was super dry. I was waiting to drink that water. Of course, I'm going to keep the top off because I'm going to be drinking the hell out of that water. And, anything else? Oh, yeah, I do like to grade the episodes before and after the reviews. And I'm going to grade this episode I'm going to give it a B+. It was actually okay. I was here for it. We got the entire cast in this episode. We got some husband action. I was here for this episode, so I wasn't mad at it. And it was less drama. So it's like sometimes we don't need all that stupid drama, that petty stuff they be arguing about. So I was like, okay. And we had the little hilarious shade that we love. So I was like, okay, B+. I would give this a B+. MVP of the episode, I can't even remember. It was so many funny little moments in this episode. I cannot remember who the MVP would be this episode. As I talk about the episode, I'll give my opinion on who I think the MVP of this episode was. I'll talk about it at the end. Is there anything else I forgot to say? I don't think so. Last chance, if you haven't seen episode 10 of season 15, see I be stuttering, of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, turn this video off right now because I'm about to spoil the entire episode, okay? Okay. The first scene. You know they give the little filler scenes. I didn't really write them all down, but I wrote down the ones I felt like was significant to me. I like the fact that, you know, Candy always got her feet in something. She giving back for Thanksgiving. So now I know. I'm not going to say we know because some people probably already knew. But now I know that this joint was filmed around the holidays. Had no idea. I had no idea. So now I know that it was filmed around the holidays. Then they showed this little cute scene, Brooklyn meeting her grandpappy for the first time. I thought that was so cute. She gave him a big old hug. Brooklyn's just such a cute little kid, man. She's just so cute. She's like a little doll. I might can't stand Kenya sometimes, but she's a great mother and her baby is so cute. So now we at Drew and Ralph's house. Apparently, Ralph wants to throw this brunch send-off for the ladies before they go to Portugal. Ooh, I said Poacher. I told you I'll be stuttering. I'll be talking all which way. But anyway, Ralph says he wants to throw this brunch to get him a send-off to Portugal, the women. Which I thought was weird. I was like, okay, Ralph. You're just trying to... I don't know what he was trying to do. I feel like he low-key trying to send Drew off the right way so she wouldn't be worried about what he doing while she at home. While she out. And then we find out later that he went to Vegas on a work trip. So I was just like, I don't know. Ralph, you be setting yourself up with this stuff, buddy. You be setting yourself up. So one thing Ralph said that I did agree with, he was like, you know, the men we get together, we be chilling, we be cooling. Y'all women always get together and it's always drama. I thought that was funny because he sounded just like one of the husbands on Married to Medicine. They be saying the same thing. Like, y'all ladies get together and it's always drama. Not Real Housewives of Potomac, honey. Them husbands be beefing. Then Drew even said in her confessional, she was like, I can't barely get him to come in the kitchen and grab a spatula or something like that. So I find it strange that he wants to throw this brunch. And I was just like, this is why. This is why. This is exactly why. I'd be just like, what? With Drew and Ralph. I did think it was funny. Drew told Ralph he had to create a seating chart. She was like, yeah, you got to see these women accordingly. I was like, this is true. Because that Sheree little brunch, little Gucci brunch, Candy was not feeling being that close to Marlo. So, I didn't even know this was a couple's brunch. I had no idea. So, the couple started to arrive. Candy and Todd come. They arrived first. Usually, Candy don't be the first one there. So, I was surprised to see that. Then Sonya and Ross. We ain't really got that much of Ross this season. So, I was happy to see Ross find chocolate self. He's the best looking husband on the show. I don't care. Then I would probably say, well, not a lot of them have husbands. So I'm just going to judge the men that was there. Of course, the cutest one for me is Ross. I love chocolate men. I just love chocolate men. But I would say Ross first. Who else was there? I would probably have to say Todd second. But like Todd, Scott Lee, Ralph, Heath, none of them are my type. I just like them chocolate. The darkest the lightest I would probably go is like Ralph Todd's complexion. But either way, that seemed to be all I date is like Todd and Scott Lee's complexions and stuff. I ain't got nothing against it. I just love chocolate dudes. I don't went off script now. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, the couple's arriving. I started talking about Ross fine ass. We ain't seen him in a while, so I had to bring that up. Courtney comes and brings Bryce. So I was like, oh, okay. I wonder what's gonna happen when Kenya get here. So apparently Candy knew him too. I should have known Candy knew him, like 90s R&B singers. I should have known Groove Theory and Escape have what's the word, crossed paths before. I should have known that. Candy said in her confessional, she was like, I don't even know how Bryce is such a sweet guy. I don't know how he puts up with Courtney. And I was like, come on now, Candy. You and Courtney supposed to have squashed it. But I guess you're going to still get that little light shade or whatever. So then Drew introduces the ladies to her sister, Allison. They talk briefly about Drew's video. What's going on with the video? And side note, Candy said something. She was like, I don't think I never ever met your sister in person. And Drew was like, oh yeah, I keep doing stuff with my head because I don't like the way it look. I just something need to happen. I don't know. I'm sorry. When I feel something not right, I just have to address it. That's just how I just try to make my videos as real as I can. But my head is just not, I don't know. It's not given, but I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. Anyway. So Candy says that, I don't think I met your sister Allison in person. And Drew was like, oh yeah, because she was at the video shoot. And then they made the music seem like it was a problem or something. Because Candy couldn't make it there. But didn't never explain why she couldn't make it. We knew why she couldn't come on Kenya's trip because she had to do the 100 million woman something, the 100M something. I can't remember what it was. But she had to do that. And then at Drew's event, she was like, well, Candy said she was coming. I don't know where she at. So we never got from Candy. Well, I never got from Candy why she never showed up to Drew's thing. I feel like she just probably didn't want to be in the video. That's what I feel like. She didn't want to be in that video. So yeah. So they talked briefly about Drew's video and we editing it and stuff now. Drew says, I can't remember what she said, everything she says. Sheree arrives, but then Kenya arrives. Kenya don't say too much. She didn't give what I thought she was gonna give. She was just like, oh, it's been a long time. Been about 20 years. Well, you know, Bryce said 20 years. Kenya was like, long time. Showing that woman age, Bryce. He don't care about showing his age. You know, men don't be caring. Then Monietta and her husband, they come. And all the ladies, they sit down. The men in the kitchen. I was just like, all these men just came from outside. It was just weird. Like, did they wash their hands before they started messing with this food? It just weirded me out that it was just so many dudes coming from outside coming to mess with some food. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I just hope all the men wash their hands. So Sheree was like, oh, where's Roy? I thought we was going to meet him. Then try to say something in the confessional about Kenya been talking about this man and we ain't seen him yet or something like that. So somebody, I can't even remember who asked Sheree. She asked. Somebody asked Sheree, where's Martell? Sheree was like, oh, he's not feeling well. I was just like, girl. I was like, why you even bring up Kenya's man knowing you ain't came with nobody? You knew somebody was going to ask you. You sitting up there asking Kenya. Why would you? She brought that on herself. I don't even know. Then, all of a sudden, whoosh, the door's open. Fucking Marlo walks in with the dude Scatley, the Jamaican dude she went on a date with, the chef dude. So I was like, oh, man. I'm wondering, have they went on more dates since that first date and then she brought him, or is this like their second date? Because I was just like, Marlo, you bringing him on camera too soon, buddy. Too soon, my friend. Kay was like, oh, she said like a festival. What is he wearing? His little eBay clothes? I was just like, bruh, stop. Not Lil eBay. Lil eBay had me cracking up last episode, man. Lil eBay, that's gold. That's gold right there. Kenya did her, I don't even like saying this, but Kenya did her big one with that one. Man, Lil eBay. She was like, is Lil eBay clothes? Because what is he wearing? So Sonya, Marlo sits down with all the women. Oh, Sonya asked me, oh, what, basically asking her what's the 411 on the dude. Like, how'd the date go? And how you feeling on whatever. Marlo was like, I'm enjoying him. And they asked, how old is he? She's like, he's 38. And Candy was like, oh, that's, he's the head chef at the Continental. She's like, I met him before. Ain't nobody really say nothing about that. Candy said in her confessional she didn't think Scotty would be Marlo's type. Just because she said she don't have sex unless he's spending something. She called it whore behavior. So somebody asked Candy about the movie, like what's going on with Todd's movie. Oh yeah, Kenya does. She's like, what's going on with the movie? And Candy was like, well, we casting. Kenya was like, well, you ain't called me. What? Like, I should get the offer first. All this other stuff. And I don't even know how it was brought up, but then Candy reveals that they casted Drew as the lead role. And Kenya was like, Drew? Drew. They showed a little clip of Candy asking Drew to be in the movie. Because I was like, when did she ask her? Because I know they mentioned it, her and Todd. And Candy says in her confessional that the role is basically a young, naive woman. And she says, not saying that Drew is that, but she acts like that. Or she pretends to be. I was just like, okay, Candy. I was like, Candy really getting them in this episode. Candy was like, you ain't even know, like, it wasn't for Tross, or how you pronounce that movie? I'm trying not to cough. How you pronounce that movie? Trois. Twa. Yeah. It's like, I was in Twa. We put threesomes on the map. Sheree was like, okay, so if you need a threesome, call Kenya. I was just like, bruh. So then Roy calls Kenya and Marietta all in the phone. I'm like, girl, I'm like, chill out. She be acting like that's her man. I get it. That's her best friend. She introduced him and Kenya. It's just like, okay, Monietta, we get it. So this is when Kenya swings to, she on the phone with Roy. She swings the phone around to the ladies. Say hi. Marlo's like, that's Roy from Call Me Crazy. Call Me Crazy, whatever you want to call it. So Marlo brings up the fact that she went on a date with Roy before. So the ladies start, oh, really? What is this? You know, they interested now. Kenya, she steps away. I can't hear you. I'm going to step away. So Marlo goes on to say that they went on a date somewhere. She says the location, but I can't remember what it was. Says that he hit her up in the DMs. She was like, get a phone to Candy. Candy know about the DMs. and they laughing. Like, Candy started laughing. So I'm just like, oh, so her and Marlo just going to be on this type of tip? I don't know. Because I was like, okay, they laughing together. That was weird. Then they showed a little clip, you know, at the beginning of the season when Kenya was talking about Martell being in her DMs. So, damn. The one thing I did forget was my scissors to cut this J if it started bleeding. I got to get out of frame. Oh, y'all probably just saw my little thing out. I don't care. I do not care. I don't care. I had a little onesie piece on. Yeah. I ain't got no tank tops yet, so I gotta wear these. Cause I gotta wear something black under my work shirt. So, anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I thought that was weird that Candy and Marlo was like seemingly laughing together at the whole DM situation. And like I was saying, they showed a little clip of Kenya talking about Martell coming in her DMs, and Candy was like, "Oh, he deleted it." So Marlo says that she didn't know Roy prior to back when she was shooting some movie, and she put like a question on Instagram about what outfit she should wear, and he commented on it. So basically trying to make it known that it was prior to Kenya. Cause I was like, what movie she was in? I feel like I seen her in something though. Something like, you know, like some Tubi shit. I don't even watch Tubi, but I feel like I seen her in a clip or something online or something. I don't know. So the guys, they start coming serving the ladies the food. Like I said, just having them outside clothes. They just came from, you don't know where they came from, what they just finished doing. And I don't know, it's weird. They come start serving the ladies. Kenya comes back to the table. So they start trying to tell Kenya about Roy and Marlo. So Marlo was like, Marlo was like, just to be clear, I said we went on one date. Because she felt like somebody was trying to like drag it. I feel like she said Sonya. I don't know. Whatever. So Kenya was like, well, I'm glad she wasn't the one for him, because now he could date me. She was like, he knew not what not to want or something like that. So the ladies give their little, you know, they get their thoughts in the confessionals. Like, Marlo and Kenya dating the same dude. I can't even remember what they said. It wasn't really important, but it was funny. So the guys, they outside chopping it up. They asked Scotty about how he feeling about Marlo. And I was just like, really? I was like, and Heath the one that asked. And Heath don't usually be with the guys. So I was just like, Heath don't know. Them niggas don't really care. None of them niggas really like Marlo, especially Todd. All they wives beefing with Marlo right now. Who was out there? Ralph? Only one wife that's cool with Marlo right now is Ross. Todd, Candy beefing with Marlo. Ralph, Drew beefing with Marlo. I'm surprised she even got invited to that brunch. Wasn't they beefing? Because didn't she hang up on her the last time they talked? I can't even remember. I feel like the last time they talked on the phone, Marlo hung up on her. Either way. So Scally, like, the vibes are going perfectly. Who's buying that shit? I mean, of course they're going perfectly right now. It's the beginning stages. So back at the women's table, Sheree, she started asking Drew about apparently some stuff on the blogs about not paying her chef and her nanny, and they started showing the tabloids of her not allegedly not paying. So I was like, it's so on point for Sheree to ask, because Drew been loving to call Sheree out on she by nothing, all that stuff. She by not done, whatever Drew was saying last season. So Sheree whispering too. She's like, cause the chef, cause they got a chef in the house right now. So she like, I don't know, girl, they said you ain't paying your chef. But Drew was like, why you whispering? Probably trying to play it cool. So Drew started talking about, there's a lawsuit going out, false info going around. This woman wanted me to pay her for a trial run on her food, but it had hair in it and it was trash. Who knows if that's true or not? Like I can't say Drew with a grain of salt. Is that the saying? I don't know, but I can't trust Drew 100%. I'm like 60-40 with Drew. So Drew says in the confessional the girl didn't get the job, so now she's lying and trying to sue Drew for saying she ain't pay her. So they asked her how much. Sheree asked her like, how much she suing you for? And Drew was like $1,000. And all the women was like, $1,000 is a lot for small businesses though. They laughing because they throw $1,000 around like it ain't nothing, but small businesses they need all they coin. And Drew was in her confessional talking. I'm not like Sheree. She pays her bills. Like she better say she pays her bill. Like she by Sheree. I was like, okay, Drew. I'm tired of the she stuff that you keep saying. So Drew was like, why you trying to call me out, Sheree? I thought we was good. Sheree was like, yeah, we is good. She was like, that's what this trip is all about. It's about healing. And mending fences or something like that. And Sonya was like, well, is everyone open to mending relationships that are like shaky? So I think Sheree, I don't think it's about that. I think it's more about like a mutual respect or something she said. And we see later on that's definitely about that. She did not care later on in the episode. So Sheree was like, thank God we got you coming on the trip, Courtney. I'm going to need you for your crisis management skills. This, that, and the third. Candy was like, I don't think that's a good idea. Because she ain't do so well last time. I don't think that's going to work out. Courtney was like, of course you wouldn't. And King was like, oh, I don't need no crisis management. Courtney was like, well, we know why. I couldn't really see the exchange, but Kenya tells Courtney to stop like being so touchy with her. She was like, we not there yet. And Courtney said she didn't touch her. And Kenya was like, you touched me about 3 times. I couldn't really see. But if she said it, then just back up. Drew said something about boundaries that Kenya brings up later. So then the ladies, they packed for Portugal, which Kenya thought was in Spain. Remember last episode? So they get to the airport, and apparently Candy's like super sick from food poisoning. Candy's a real trooper, man. Cause I got ashes on me. Candy a real trooper though, cause she don't have to be there. She really don't have to be there. She probably make the most money out of all of them. She don't really got to be there, but she I feel like she there because she already been missing a couple of events. And plus, this is supposed to be like a relaxation, healing type trip, so she could probably feel good when she get there. So they get to Portugal. I'm probably going to butcher that damn word a couple times in this review. So Sheree and the sprinter, Sheree was like, this is a nice sprinter. It's a cute little sprinter. So Sheree was like, oh, this trip is all about healing. She just keeps saying that. I got a lot of things planned, this, that, and the third. And, Marlo, she giving Sheree her props. She's like, oh, Sheree know how to, she know how to accommodate the girls. She's like, I like Kenya, basically. And then they showed a little clip of Sheree walking in the room that because remember Kenya's trip, they did a little dance off and Sheree won. And she got the suite and Sheree was walking in like, this ain't no damn suite. So Marlo like, Sheree know how to accommodate the girls. So the ladies sit down for brunch. And what happens? Is this the last brunch? No, that's the dinner scenes when they end. So this is when we find out about Ralph ass again. So Mayetta, she calls her husband, panning the phone around. Look at Heath on daddy duties. Saying like, tell him check on Ross. Drew get to tell him check on Ralph too. Please check on Ralph because he out in Vegas on a work trip. Record cut. Like what? Cuts the record. Like what? All the ladies like what? Like do you trust him? Especially after that whole Tampa situation. So Drew was like, well, one of the director for my video, producer, whatever his name is, Rage. One of his little producer friends suggested that Ralph audition for a little Chocolate City, which is like the little black version of Magic Mike. Why did I do this? I don't know. And then Drew even says in her confessional, she was like, when I'm away, I'm wondering what he doing. So the fact that he's in Vegas, Lord only knows what he's doing out there. And I'm just like, that's why he gave you that nice little send-off. He don't want you to worry or think he out doing nothing. Ooh, that was so good. So then the ladies in their confessionals, they expressing how they feel about Ralph stripping. Like nobody really want to see that. Somebody was like, I need to get that out of my mind. So all the ladies get to their rooms. Everybody got nice rooms. Way to go, Sheree. She did that. Sheree did a good job. So then we get these little two, man, what do you call it? I don't even know what you call it, but two people scenes, like two ladies in different scenes talking to each other. You got Drew and Monietta, Sonya and Marlo, Candy and Kenya. So it kind of like pans from them three little convos. Drew and Monietta talk about how close they are to Africa at the moment. And Drew was like, I've been to South Africa, but I haven't been to Africa. And look, I don't know about continents, countries, all that. I don't remember history like that. But is South Africa not Africa? I don't know, but the way she was describing it, and then the editor showed Africa and then a little slice at the bottom that said South Africa. I was just lost in the sauce. Then Marietta shares that she got an orphanage in Africa. I was like, that's what's up. I just sucked my teeth so hard, I don't know why. I was like, that's what's up, Marietta. Finding out more and more things about her. She's very interesting, but she just come off as a tag along. Then Sonya and Marlo, they toast to a good time. Like the vibe seemed good. Candy and Kenya, everybody seems to be getting along for the most part. You know, when they say stuff like that, that's when they go bad. Then Drew, they go back to Drew and Monyetta, and Drew brings up to Monyetta about Sheree bringing up the whole situation, the legal situation with the chef at the brunch that Ralph hosted. And she was saying it like Monyetta wasn't there. Monyetta was there. I was like, okay. She was like, Sheree, she got multiple people she owes, so this is just one thing with me. Then go back to Kenya and Candy. They talk about Kenya. She's talking about she might have a court date coming up. Still dealing with this 3-year divorce. And Candy asked Kenya if she thought it was weird finding out about Roy and Marlo. And she bangs the same shit that not Marlo. She bangs the same shit that Sheree said at the beginning of the season when they asked Sheree about Kenya. She was like, "Oh, he told me." Oh, he told me. And I was just like, That's the same shit Sheree banged at the beginning of the season. I don't know though, cause I'm trying to think of instances where Kenya has lied. But I'm also trying to think of instances where Sheree has lied. I don't remember. Cause I don't know. But I was just like, did he really though? I don't know. So she was like, oh yeah, he told me. He said it was years ago, and also he doesn't follow her on social media. She was like, clearly he didn't want her because there wasn't no second date. Basically just trying to throw some little shade. Then in the confessional, she was like, oh, Roy is sexy and charming or something like that. He don't have to pay for pussy. Basically saying that, like trying to say that. That's Kenya and Candy them both said in their confessionals today, basically. That like Marlo is out here busting it wide open for the dough. So they go back to Sonya and Marlo, and I'm just like, Sonya, see, this is why Kenya can't trust you, man. You talking about you don't be going back saying this and that to the other, but then you sit down with Marlo and talk about something. Kenya had a lot to say about Martell sliding in her DMs, but when it came to you bringing it up. She said all that Roy knew who not to give with and all that at the brunch. Marlo was like, well, y'all have only seen me with one guy. She's like, you've seen Kenya with multiple guys, and they start showing all this pictures of all the guys that Kenya done brought on the show, introduced on the show. Then ladies, they go to dinner. And Sheree was like, well, this is a trip of healing. This is a healing trip. So anybody want to get something off their chest, this, that, and the third. And here go Courtney. Well, it was brought to my attention. Kenya checking her makeup in a butter knife. In a silver butter knife. Of course, like it's been brought to my attention from Sheree that you feel that I don't allow you to get to know me and that I violate your space and stuff like that. And they show a clip of Kenya telling Sheree and Sheree telling Courtney. I was just like, oh gosh, this game of telephone. Let me pull my stand up some. I can't see. Okay, there we go. So then Kenya responds and was like, you know, first you touching me was like silly girl stuff, but then it felt like it was getting condescending. And Kenya was like, I want to thank you, Drew, because you said exactly what I was feeling. Like, that's a boundary. And Drew was like, of course, yes. Like, we just have to understand each other's boundaries. Like, just like we have to learn not to take the faces that Candy makes seriously. And they show they show a picture of all these different faces that Candy makes. And I was just like, she really be making a lot of different faces. I didn't realize. I feel like she just always be smiling. So then Drew brings up, oh, this is the final scene, yeah. Drew brings up the damn fact that Sheree talked about, what she talk about? Oh yeah, she talked about the lawsuit. She brings up Sheree talking about her lawsuit at Ralph's brunch. It says she also heard Sheree was talking about her behind her back. Talking about it also behind her back. She's like, you really let me down. And Sheree was like, well, she brings up the fact that Drew lied on the interview, saying that Sheree took all the merch back, took everything back. And Drew was like, well, we talked about that. We talked about that, didn't we? And then they showed a clip of Kenya, Sheree, Drew talking about it. Candy chimes in, well, some of that stuff, but they did ask for, but some of that stuff did get confiscated. She said something like that. Sheree was like, not by me. I don't know who it was. Candy's like, well, what you think, we lying? And Sheree was like, yep. So then all the ladies in their confessionals, who was it? Candy, Drew, Kenya, Sonya, they all say in their confessionals they didn't get nothing. It all got took back. Marlo was in her confessional wearing merch, talking about some girl. I got a sweatsuit. I got this. I got that. I was like, I don't know. I feel like they was playing favoritism. I guess. I don't know. They just wanted to give it to Marlo. I don't know. That was weird. Cause why she was the only one that got something? So Drew gets the. We talking about what happened now? It's a lawsuit. This is serious. This, that, and the third. Sheree was like, how does it feel? And Drew was like, are you trying to, what she say? You trying to teach me a lesson? Sheree was like, girl, bye, girl, bye. They started going back and forth. She was like, how you hosting a healing trip, but not trying to heal the situation? So I'm like, we're just going to nip it in the bud for right now. It gets a little quiet. Drew gets up and storms out. Apparently she gets emotional. Marlo's like, go talk. That's your guest. This your trip. You hosting. Go talk to her. And that's how it went off. And I was just like, oh, I don't even know how I feel for Drew. I do not feel for Drew. Girl, because you were so pressed to call Sheree out. She called you out on this one little thing. You want to cry. Girl, bye. Like she said, like Sheree said, girl, bye. Dang, I was about to say who the MVP was. I had something in the back of my mind. It was something that made me laugh. So I was going to say that was the MVP of the episode. That was the MVP person of the episode. I told y'all I'd be stuttering. Look. Who was it that said something so funny? I can't remember. I think it was Kenya. Was it Kenya? Because it wasn't the little eBay. Hey, somebody said something funny. And I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm upset. Anyway, I think it was Kenya though. I can't remember. Anyway, that's how the episode ended. And like I said, I graded a B plus because all the ladies was together. We got to see the husbands, a couple of new guys, whatever. And wasn't as much shade until towards the end. I mean, we just had that one little situation with Sheree and Drew. They trying to leave that other shit alone because it gets too far. It goes too far when it comes to Marlo and them. So they trying to leave that alone. And then we see next episode Monyetta coming for Marlo because Marlo brought up the fact that she went on a date with Roy in front of Kenya. Like Kenya didn't bring up the fact that Martell slid in her DMs. It's a reality show, and they supposed to be in a little friend group or whatever you want to call it. Of course, they gonna bring that shit up. It's just like that's not even your place. Like, girl, I was kind of irritated about that. Like, girl, that's not even your place. I don't even know. I don't know. And I wonder when we're gonna see the OGs come because I know Sheree invited them, so I wonder is how we gonna see that dynamic work out. I feel like Drew and Sheree probably gonna make up next episode. She gonna go out there. They gonna have a little hoorah moment. And then next week we see Sonya and Monyetta get into it, and I wonder what that's gonna be about. But yeah, I don't know. Those are my little predictions or thoughts or whatever on the episodes to come. Thanks for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel and comment below what you would grade the episode, what you thought of the episode, if I forgot anything, all that good stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I'll see y'all next time. My eyes motherfucker. Peace.